I can't fix this. The master key is missing and a weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun.
These binoculars should provide an excellent view of the opposite lakeshore. I have to insert a coin first. The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air. You can see all over the valley. From this distance, I can only imagine what's on the other shore. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. It's glowing red. It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone there has it. High voltage. There's got to be a way we can fix this. Are you okay? Do you have brain damage?
It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination. I wonder what that is. Locked. This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out sparks. Judging by the smell, this was used to transport cookies and lollipops. Hello? Anybody there? What was that? Time waits for no man, not even in Trüberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line.
Hey, what's that look on your face, Professor?
I met a woman named Gretchen in Trüberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car. Question, what was it again that we needed that key for?
We need the master key to get the cable car running in the first place. Why don't you take a look around town? Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I was just about to ask. I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer, though. And just saying, the public transportation around here, Germany is a mess.
But then how did you get here?
Individual travel. By motorcycle, of course.
Why Trüberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts, after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice, but also a little weird, don't you think?
Something about them seems a bit off, yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
You've been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back, though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference. But then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
A while longer? In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catharine, and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow. You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast, the Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of him?
Ah, of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. So.
Hi.
Hey.
About the cable car? What was the problem with the power line again?
We have to fix the high voltage power cord in order to get the cable car running. If you touch it, it will fry your synapses. We still have to reconnect the loose ends somehow. Anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I was just about to ask. About the cable car? And you really want to go up there?
Why, are you afraid? Whatever we find over there could be of great importance to the Institute of Anthropology. Come on already! And that cable car looks sturdy enough, doesn't it?
What kind of a cult is it you're looking for precisely?
A Proto-Germanic cult here in the mountains. Proto-Germanic meaning before the Germans. Anyway, this place is supposed to have been a holy site to those Proto-Germans, where they made contact with their gods. Exciting, huh?
About this cult, were they dangerous?
Tannhauser, they're all dead by now. The thing about spirits? That was a joke, okay?
Okay. About this cult, were they dangerous?
Tannhauser, they're all dead by now. The thing about spirits? That was a joke, okay?
Okay. Okay, I'll try to come up with something.
Anything else I can help you with?
No, thanks. That'll be all for now. Well then, bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Be careful! The table is wobbling terribly.
She's the landlady here.
Precisely.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tannhauser.
I'd like to report a theft. There was an uninvited guest in my room last night.
In our house? Oh dear, I'm so very sorry. Let me call the police immediately.
Thanks.
I will keep you informed.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds. Nonsense, don't you think?
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off. Anything else I can do for you?
Trude, would you pour me one of your Pilsner beers, please?
Just a second, Professor. Here, a coaster. There you go. Cheers!
Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn? You mean deposit? Before you even know, the world lies in ruins. I hope this isn't a bad omen. This muddle of spots and drips is probably telling more about the room's many previous occupants than I'd wish to know. There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod. Somebody must have misplaced it. The weather has brightened up. Fresh air is still the preferable way to dry your laundry. Just a hanger. Would this be an adequate deposit for the fishing rod?
I'm afraid not. It should be something that attracts attention but has no real importance. Something you can do without while you are on fishing tour. Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
This can must have fallen off the table. There's something funny about that clock. A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic. Is that a maggot? It's having a good time. I'll save you, my little friend. Modern cuisine. A lump of minced meat in the shape of a hedgehog, garnished with spike-resembling breadsticks. Toast Hawaii. Cheese skewers. Looks a bit shabby. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. But I love cheese skewers. Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department. Science fiction. Something involving spaceships. She seems very focused. Hey. She's almost in a trance.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me, didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set, you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
You bet I am. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in star system Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in star system Omega 3?
Close. Omega 4. That's right next to it.
So you know the place.
You bet I do.
Star Cybernetation Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
Sorry, I'm just an ordinary space pilot.
Oh, okay. Don't be sad. Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinalians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make incredible amounts of candy disappear.
I can do that too.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
Your uncle was a wizard?
Wizards? They aren't even real.
So, what do I have to do to make you tell me?
There's only one thing I can think of. Can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something. Hey. She's almost in a trance. I'd rather not disturb the little one. Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a Starlock for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
Oh, there really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk, and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes.
What's this? The table stopped wobbling? Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
The name is Baron Otto Titan von Trüberbrook Sulz.
Tannhauser, pleased to meet you.
Please, come over. Don't waste the opportunity to put up with the company of a lonely, broken old man.
Are you from around these parts?
You may very well say so. I put all my life's work into the well-being and prosperity of Trüberbrook. I once was the owner of both, the mines and the cable car. That's all history now.
Do you have any friends or family?
My spouse left me for good, and my beloved Trüberbrook is slowly going down the drain. Only Claus remained loyal to me all these years. Alas, now even he has disappeared.
Who is Claus?
Claus is my tomcat, an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now he's vanished without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark my words.
Was Claus abducted?
I don't know. Claus was always faithful and stood by my side. Then he just disappeared without a trace. You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. Let me tell you. It's just awful.
Do you still have the key to the old cable car, by any chance?
Please excuse me, but I need to be on my own now. I need some rest to mourn for Claus.
Please excuse me. Looks like it was struck by lightning the other night. Still looks in good condition, though. Hilarious the Unready, Margrave of Trüberbrook. Conqueror of the Dragon, Savior of Trüberbrook, in the year of our Lord, 1250. Oh my. It looks desperate. It won't be this easy getting close to it. We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required. I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow. Meow. No reaction. That's some sturdy, full-grown reed. Soft as a feather. You like this, don't you?
Claus?
Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you. Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Could you tell me something about the cable car in this town?
Don't bring up the old cable car. I don't even want to think about it.
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car all together in one go. Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative. A multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Zölz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the third generation, district mayor of Trüberbrook Zölz and Trüberbrook Düssel, assistant secretary to the municipal council, patron of Trüberbrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with their gigantic machines.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Would you mind lending me the key to the old cable car?
You've been so kind to me today. You have reunited an old man with his loyal cat. I'd have given you everything. My heritage, my stocks, my startups. Yet all you desire in your modesty is this aged key. Here you are. I can't fathom what you may want with it, but please take it.
Well then, good catch. What the? Can opener? Now it's a case for the metal restorer.
Voila. There's a current again.
I'll just leave it like that.
Good job. The cable car is going again.
Now that the cable car is fixed, We need something to replace the missing gondolas. I'm sure this will take us up the mountain.
You're a funny man, Tannhauser. I like it. Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya!